Welcome everyone. Today we are going to look at cybersecurity as a practical business and personal responsibility. It is not simply an IT issue. Every email we open, payment we approve, and system we access can either reduce or increase risk. To see what this looks like in the real world, consider the 2021 Colonial Pipeline ransomware incident. That single attack disrupted fuel distribution across the United States and clearly showed how a digital breach can trigger physical and economic consequences. Before we dive in, let me ask the room, what is one digital service you could not work without for even a single day? Here is our plan for today. We will first define cybersecurity and explain why it matters. Then we will examine attacker profiles, identity theft, and common attack methods. We will finish with practical actions and recommendations. Keep in mind that a major cyber incident often begins with a very small event, such as one employee clicking a convincing link that quickly escalates into an organization-wide problem. Let us start with the basic meaning of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity means protecting computer systems, networks, hardware, software, and electronic data from theft, damage, or unauthorized use. The goal is not to block everyone. It is to ensure that the right people have the right access at the right time. For example, in a hospital, doctors need immediate access to patient records, but only authorized staff should be able to view them, and those records must never be silently changed. Ask yourself, which is worse for your day-to-day work? Data being exposed, changed, or completely unavailable? The answer often depends on your specific role. The more connected we are, the larger our attack surface becomes. An attacker does not need to be in the same city or even the same country. Poor passwords, unverified requests, and outdated software can easily create an opening. We saw this during the 2017 WannaCry outbreak, which affected organizations worldwide. In the UK National Health Service, appointments and medical procedures were disrupted. The key message here is simple. Distance is no longer a reliable security boundary. Our practical objectives focus on three core areas: protecting vital information, controlling access, and keeping resources available. In the security world, we summarize these as confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or the CIA Triad. Think of a payroll file. The employee data must remain confidential, the salary figures must stay accurate, and the system must be available on payday. The word hacker simply describes a person with the ability to find or exploit technical weaknesses. What matters most is authorization and intent. White hats test systems with permission. Grey hats may cross legal or ethical boundaries. Black hats act maliciously. For instance, a company might hire an ethical hacker to test its website before launching. However, if that exact same technical skill is used without permission to steal data, it becomes a criminal activity. Remember, never test a system without explicit authorization. Not all attackers share the same motivation or technical capability. Some use ready-made tools, some want recognition, some pursue political goals, and others seek financial gain or trade secrets. Insiders and external vendors deserve special attention because they often already hold legitimate access. Back in 2020, employees at a major social media company were targeted through phone-based social engineering, which allowed attackers to take over high-profile accounts. Consider this: which is harder to detect, an outsider breaking in or an authorized user abusing their access? To defend against these threats, adopt 5 daily habits: pause, verify, protect, inspect, and respond. Pause before acting on urgent requests. Verify changes through a trusted channel. Protect accounts with strong credentials. Inspect physical payment terminals and public environments. Respond quickly by reporting suspicious activity and locking down compromised access.
If a supplier emails you notice of a new bank account, do not reply to the email. Call them directly using a previously verified phone number to confirm.
Cybersecurity is a continuous practice. Protect your information, verify authorization, and stay alert. Our strongest defense combines reliable technology with informed everyday decisions. Identity theft happens when someone uses another person's identifying information without permission to commit fraud or other crimes. This information can include names, account numbers, payment cards, or government identifiers. For example, a stolen phone number can be hijacked in a SIM swap attack, allowing a criminal to receive two-factor password reset codes and take over email or financial accounts. The takeaway here is that identity protection is account protection. Stolen identity details can be used to open fraudulent credit accounts, make unauthorized purchases, obtain medical services, file fake tax returns, or acquire mobile connections. The financial and personal impact often continues long after the initial theft. If a criminal gains access to your email account, they will often search past messages for invoices, identity documents, and password reset links to compromise other areas of your life. Which of your accounts holds the most sensitive information about you? Your email, banking, social media, or mobile service? Fraud can target credit cards, bank accounts, loans, government documents, phone lines, and utilities. The common thread is that the criminal creates a false transaction or impersonates a legitimate person. In business, a fake invoice sent from a lookalike supplier email address can trick an organization into transferring funds directly to a criminal. This is known as business email compromise. Always verify any request to change payment or bank details using a secondary known contact channel. The primary attack routes include phishing, card skimming, dumpster diving, unsafe Wi-Fi, phone scams, malware, shoulder surfing, and direct impersonation. These tactics frequently overlap. An attacker might phish an employee's password, use it to impersonate them, and then convince the finance department to update a bank routing number. Let us examine these common methods individually. Phishing messages are carefully crafted to look authentic. They may pretend to come from a bank, delivery company, manager, or trusted colleague. Clicking a link might direct you to a credential harvesting site or download malware. In 2020, attackers successfully targeted Twitter employees with phishing campaigns to obtain credentials for internal administration tools. Your safest first response is always to pause, avoid clicking any links, and verify the message independently. Watch out for suspicious domain names, urgent language, or unexpected attachments. Skimming relies on physical devices attached to ATMs, payment terminals, or fuel pumps to capture card data and pins. Unsafe public Wi-Fi networks can expose your unencrypted web traffic or allow malware injection on unpatched devices. Before using any card reader, inspect it for loose or unusual parts. Cover the keypad when entering your PIN and choose secure payment methods. When on public Wi-Fi, avoid sensitive transactions unless you are connected through a trusted VPN. In phone scams, callers often impersonate bank staff or IT support and push you for sensitive details. Malware, including viruses, spyware, trojans, and keyloggers, gives criminals direct control over devices or stored data. If a caller claims to be from your bank and asks for a one-time security code to verify your identity, hang up. A legitimate financial institution will not ask you to disclose verification codes over the phone. Call them back using the official number listed on your card or account statement. Not all cyber attacks involve sophisticated software. An attacker can watch your keypad, view your screen in a public space, or gather details online to impersonate you. Someone sitting near you in a cafe can observe you entering a password and use it later. Using privacy screens, locking your screen when stepping away, and keeping sensitive conversations private help mitigate this risk. To defend against these threats, adopt 5 daily habits. Pause, verify, protect, inspect, and respond. Pause before acting on urgent requests. Verify changes through a trusted channel. Protect accounts with strong credentials. Inspect physical payment terminals and public environments. Respond quickly by reporting suspicious activity and locking down compromised access. The core lesson of this session is that effective cybersecurity balances people, process, and technology. Increasing connectivity expands risk. Intent determines whether hacking skills are protective or criminal, and identity theft can stem from either technical flaws or human manipulation. A strong firewall cannot stop an employee from approving an unverified wire transfer, and awareness training alone cannot patch a vulnerable server. Security controls must be practical enough for everyday use. Organizations should enforce strong access controls, build continuous security awareness, harden endpoints, secure physical environments, and establish clear incident response procedures. Security is an ongoing operational practice, not a one-time project. While multi-factor authentication will not stop every advanced threat, enabling MFA immediately blocks the vast majority of automated attacks that rely on stolen passwords. Here are 3 actions you can take this week. Enable multi-factor authentication, verify unusual payment or data requests, and report suspicious messages immediately. Cybersecurity is a continuous practice. Protect your information, verify authorization, and stay alert. Our strongest defense combines reliable technology with informed everyday decisions. Reporting a suspicious email early can protect your entire organization, whereas ignoring warning signs gives attackers time to move deeper into critical systems. What is one security behavior you plan to change starting today? Thank you everyone for your time and participation. We will now open the floor to any questions or discussion.